right, my dudes. We rock out.
All right. We'll see you shortly.
have clear water no longer have clear water because the EPA dumped a bunch of shit.
They did.
The EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. Let's see.
Well, now we got
Protesters marching in Salt Lake now.
Oh, Jesus.
The way I see it, they're down there protesting ICE raids, and they want to put illegal immigrants' rights ahead of citizens' rights. They want to keep spending taxes on illegals, and they should go ahead and just get deported and have their citizenship revoked.
So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 13, 14, 15, 16. So,
Okay.
yeah, 13, 14, 15, 16. So missing like a lot of seasons.
5 through 12.
12, yes. See if I can lay down and try and go to sleep. I was laying in bed and watch Instagram for a minute. You bed?
I had to pick up the girlfriend.
And later?
And I really shouldn't have to keep telling Dave to stop talking like that with his daughter. Around his daughter.
He's gonna learn bad habits.
You don't care about mommy, nor should I care about you.
He says that to her?
Mommy keeps trying to hook up with other girls.
He doesn't want to be
That
there.
aren't even in the fucking country.
Maybe he should leave them. Not a very good
Yeah.
dad.
He's got one girl he's fixated on that he keeps dreaming about and seems to think that she's his soulmate.
Whatever.
She's 12 years younger than him.
No, that's never gonna happen. Cause he's seen her on Facebook or something?
Instagram, TikTok. He's trying to tell him to get away from TikTok. Get off TikTok. And he keeps sending me videos from TikTok. And I go to try and watch the YouTube you can.
Grab my phone. Go to the bathroom.
Later, Gator.
Were you too hot this morning?
I think I got a little warm.
Yeah, I put the blanket back on you. I should have kept it off, sorry. Because you threw it off, but I didn't know if you were. Because you say you're always cold, so.
Well, if I get too warm, I take the blanket off.
Okay, then I won't put it back on you.
Just like everybody else.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright,
Just like you.
I'll remember.
Okay.
Alright.
Don't make me have to kick you. Alright.
Da-da-da-da.
Still running around, is he?
I think so. She probably had to stop and get something to eat on the way home.
Ah,
I love that. We've been talking for more than a century how the oceans are going to rise, and they really haven't risen.
yeah. Yeah, it's a, what was it? A few 100,000 years ago,
Yeah.
after the last ice age. We've been in global
There's
warming ever since.
here's one on Facebook. Durdledore, Dorset in the UK. Cataclysmic sea level rise, 1896. Took a picture. There's another picture of the same place in 2025, and the water looks to be the same.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where's the rising oceans? Where's the
Yeah.
Where's this other catastrophe? That catastrophe? You guys have been saying shit for 10 years, my entire life.
Yeah.
In 10 years, we're going to be out of oil. In 10 years, we're going to, the world's going to flood. In 10 years, we're going to be in a new ice age. And here I am sweating my butt off going, where's the ice age?
Yeah. Remember, was it the late 90s or something? They said the world's going to run out of oil, so they put the price up.
Well, they
It
said
was 30
that
years ago.
in
30 years ago, and there's
1970
shitloads of oil.
in the U.S. They said we're going to run out of oil in 10 years.
And lied.
And lied. And here we are 50,
And again, they
50
did
years
it
later.
10 or 20 years later.
He says it'll be another 20 minutes.
Oh, God.
So yeah, she had to stop and get something to eat apparently.
Alright.
But yeah, I spent 2 hours looking at street cams all through Los Angeles County. I saw no signs of burned vehicles, burned buildings, no backed up traffic. Everything looks normal and fine and peaceful at 11 o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning. And some of them, I could even go back an entire month and watch one day at a time for 1 second. And I didn't see any plumes of smoke. I didn't see, and that was the camera going from a mountain top towards downtown, where all
Yep.
the skyscrapers are. Not a single plume of smoke.
Mm. I think it's just going to be a fact of life from now on that, from COVID on, that the media is massive liars
Well,
and manipulators.
I'm starting to think that because some people have found out that the image that they show of the pallets of bricks that are supposed to be sitting there for rioters to use to throw at vehicles,
Yeah.
it's the same picture from the site you order the stuff from.
Oh, wow.
And the dude standing on top of the car before they light it on fire that says "fuck ICE," that they bashed all the windows out.
Yeah.
That's from 2021.
Oh, no.
So I'm beginning to think that maybe the video where the lady gets shot in the butt with the rubber bullet.
Yeah.
Did that even happen?
Yeah.
Because you
I hope it did,
you start
'cause
to
it's
point
funny.
out a couple of doubts that didn't actually happen now. This was 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But they won't use the footage from, 2015. They won't use the footage from 2001 because it's so low quality. And it'd be easy for people to spot that. Oh, I remember that shit. Yeah.
Ah.
So
Like, like during COVID, they were showing a thing of New York and a hospital there, and it was just flat out, and it was just busy, but it was actually Italy.
Yeah.
It was it was a picture from Italy. I don't even know if it was from COVID. And then people were saying you can look up, how busy hospitals are, or they went to the hospitals, drove past the hospitals, and there's
Yeah.
just ghost town.
There's nobody there. There's just the two ambulances
That's a
sitting next
lie.
to the building, and nothing's really going on. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So the only problem I have is that if this in fact is entirely fake, because supposedly right now we've got protesters downtown Salt Lake City right now for protesting the ICE raids.
Yeah.
And I checked the street cams, and sure enough, there's people in the streets protesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't find a street cam in Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, there are 10,000 street cams in
Yeah.
Los Angeles County. Along the two freeways that converge in there, there's about 2,000 cameras along there.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, if you see something happening on the news, you can go ahead and go to the street cam for that area.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, guess what?
And nothing.
I'm not seeing what they're reporting on the news.
Yeah, right. So it might have been something that went for a few hours, and they've just kept flogging the images over and over again.
Because I mean, we've
Different
got
angles.
images of police cars that are side by side on the freeway, and they're being lit up with fireworks. They're getting started on fire, and it's leaving char marks on the ground. But then you go to the street cam, and there's no char marks. There's no debris. And it's like, so it's just like nothing ever happened. So if there's not, like nothing ever happened, did it actually happen to begin with?
Yeah.
It's now to the point where I cannot trust anything that the news reports on, because they're just reusing old footage. I can't believe
Yeah.
what they have to say because the imagery that they're using is fake. There's nothing to actually back up what they're saying. So we just sent the National Guard and 700 Marines in for practically nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's not really happening. At least not like they're saying. I mean, there's... Where are the news reporters for some of this shit? Oh, that's right. They got shot in the butt, so they're not going to go in and cover it no more. Yeah, well, how about you if you know that that she didn't actually get shot in the butt? Because I find it kind of humorous that only one police officer turns his gun to shoot her in the butt.
Yeah.
Because there are three other officers right there that were telling her, get out of the road. It's not safe. And only one of them. Oh no! I would have expected all three of them to turn and just boom, 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 boom. Completely take her out at the knees, get her out of the road.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the video I sent Jay that he's still supposed to be forwarding to you. Statue of Liberty. And there's so many other ones that are popping up, just like the Sasquatch and the Yeti and the bear and the owl and all that other shit, and they're popping up, and they look legitimate, but they're completely AI created. So we can't. I can't accept it as truth.
Yeah, I'm reading the story from the Australian camp, like the reporter, and she's even admitted they've told people to get out of this area, and protesters have been refusing. Well, that would include them.
Yes. They've been
So,
refusing, so they get arrested. That's as simple as that.
yeah, that's funny. Oh, that's great.
Oh, damn.
You can't comment on that one. Yeah,
It
yeah.
is 95 degrees down there.
And you can't, all of those ones, you can't comment on.
Nope. I cannot believe. Oh, and an RV it looks like. Okay.
That's funny.
I love you too, sweetheart. I love you too. It's I mean the last generation that could read, write, spell, and do math, I think it was 93, 94 that came out of high school here in the U.S. And I mean, I don't think any goddamn one of them have managed to pull out more than maybe 10% they can read, write, and do arithmetic. Because they're too busy, coming up with their new little slang terms so they can keep things secret from the teachers. Get the AI to do their homework. And even in college, they're using AI to do their homework. What? What is it? Well, come up here then. Come up here then. You hear her hollering at me? Yeah, you better keep it low because I don't need everybody hearing what you're hollering about. Okay? Let's see, what do we have? Explosive rounds, thermal optic 9, the bolt. And Midas stability. Right there. Okay. Damage range, bullet velocity. Shotgun with explosive rounds is a mid-range sniper rifle. Yeah. Who'd have thought? Yes, I should cancel Max. Yeah, I should. Alright. Let's go grab a smoke.
Yep.
Be right back.
I mean, cool.
Okay, yes. We are bored. We're all bored now. But has it ever occurred to you, Wally, that the process that creates this boredom that we see in the world now may very well be a self-perpetuating, unconscious form of brainwashing created by a world totalitarian government?
If America's spy... That's what you get. You get 4,000 a week on average. If you're lucky. Yep, we're the last great generation. And you didn't have phones or Wi-Fi or anything? Nope. And the TV only had 3 channels. So what'd you do all day? We played outside. Well, what time did you have to be home? Dark, usually. Or until you heard Mom honk the car horn. But you left in the morning. Well, yeah, because if you hung around, you were going to end up doing chores instead. And your parents just let you run around the woods by yourself? Officer Reyes is halfway through. You working hard or hardly working? You working hard or hardly working? You working hard? Google Play points unlock. That ends. Yep, we're the last.
All right, so Oklahoma passed a law protecting
Yeah.
drivers who unintentionally kill or injure rioters while fleeing.
Oh. Oh, so someone's trying to get out of the area and they jump in front and run them over.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If they unintentionally kill or injure somebody while they're trying to flee in their vehicle, they're
Yep.
protected.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, nothing wrong
I
with
saw
that.
another one where they're thinking of giving like up to a year prison for people burning the flag.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
For-
sure
for-
there's a lot of countries that already have stuff like that.
Well, I'm sure we already have a law similar to that.
Yep.
But people don't seem to, care about the existing laws.